They are in dream world. Meanwhile, for Ange Postecoglou, his nightmare continues. Here he is after the game.
We're asking a lot of this group of players. A lot of these guys are playing, every 3 days, and it's only logical they're not going to be at their sharpest, but they are trying, and that's all I can ask for.
Obviously, a long list of unavailable players for Spurs, but it continues to add to the woes and the problems that they have. Don, how much can you use this as an excuse?
I think you've got to take it. I think you've got to take it, and you look at that list, and you take 3 or 4 of Liverpool's best players, or 3 or 4 Chelsea and Arsenal. You take them out the side. It's going to make a difference, especially when it's your goalkeeper and your 2 centre backs. I mean, that's like the core of your side, isn't it? When you're taking Romero, and you're taking Van der Ven, you take Vicario. You can sort of substitute other players. If Richarlison get injured, you still got Son, and you can still rotate in the middle of the midfield if you get injuries. But they're just a side at the minute where you just don't back them. We've seen 4-3s, we've seen 5-0s when they beat Southampton 5. We've seen them lose 6-3 against Liverpool. We've seen them lose today against a decent Nottingham Forest side. Nuno doing a fantastic job, a former Spurs manager. So I think I feel for Ange a little bit in terms of that injury list where he can't call on some really good players, and he's still trying to blood the likes of Archie Gray, and there's still some young kids trying to make their way into the first team and trying to be first team players. So I buy it a little bit, but I still feel as though, not so much today, but the Liverpool game was a prime example where if you look at that back four that played against Liverpool, why on earth would you try and take Liverpool on and play an open game of football? So I want to see a sort of different side to Ange, even though as a Spurs fan, I think they're paying their money and they're saying, well, at least it's not Conte football. At least it's not Jose football where it's negative and we're 2-0 down every week. At least we're going to get an entertaining game. So I feel for him a little bit, but things have got to improve because they're sitting down in 11th. I think they're closer to the bottom 3 than they are the top 4. So he's a manager that can't afford to have Tottenham, outside the top 10. I mean, again, we talk about Man United. Maybe a European competition might be the best thing for Ange and Spurs.
We've got to be honest here. They didn't deserve to lose this game. They come up against a Nottingham Forest side who, the way they play this season, they are managing to get wins so consistently. It's frightening because of the way they're playing. They are 100% sitting tight and try to break, regardless of the opposition. So I feel sorry for Ange. They didn't deserve to lose this game.
Right.
Brendan Johnson had a couple of really good chances today. On another day, he would have scored. There's no question that Tottenham were pushing. I mean, look at that, 70% of the ball. I mean,
you give him a pass today?
I'm giving him a pass, absolutely. I agree 100% with Don. When you're playing Liverpool and you try and go toe-to-toe and you get spanked, then you deserve it. You shouldn't do it.
Right.
But in a game like this, where you can go and play, and you should, if you're Tottenham, you should be going to Nottingham Forest, regardless of whether they're sitting in third or not. There's a reason they're there, and they're not going to ride what they're doing for the whole season. So I think today is just one of those days that things don't go your way. It's got nothing to do with the setup or any of those things that we've been talking about.